like 8 and 10 pounds.
Oh, my goodness.
So, yeah, they're going to be big. So it's an adventure, you know. So. It's like, Mom's not that big. How come they're so big?
So beyond that, Miss Hackett, how was your week? What craziness happened to you? I mean, I've been all over the place. So how has your week been today?
Well, my week has been, typical crazy rescue week. And as everyone knows, I'm working on the show for Fox for rescue animals.
And I saw that you were able to get the fans for Operation Goldie.
Operation Goldie, we did our first order of fans. They should be, a number of them came in yesterday, and we should have a number of them coming today.
Congratulations to you and Sal on that.
Yeah, no, it's really exciting. It's concerning that something so simple has taken this long to get it in there, but yeah, we're trying to put it together to where we go in and we put all the fans in on Monday. So that's it's exciting stuff. You know, it's like in the memory of Goldie. She's a very important girl, and all the dogs that come through the shelter. And the cooperation with the shelter has been really nice. You know, that they're cooperating with us, and they actually appreciate that we're trying to make a difference there for the animals, and they're welcoming us, bringing in the fans. So that's pretty.
You know, that's amazing. We actually had our first encounter with an LA shelter this week. You know, normally when we get LA dogs are through Animal Foundation of America, but this week we actually went and pulled 11 animals from East Valley.
Okay.
And they were amazing. They were super excited to meet us, and I guess we had, you know, I meet so many people. I guess we had met them at a Wings of Rescue flight one time. Veronica, yes. So she was very excited about us being there, and it was a great experience for us. And it's always nice when the shelter is very happy and enthusiastic about us. But Miss Hackett, you probably can't hear the background noise, but it's time for us to take a commercial break. You're listening to Rescue Radio on CRN Digital Talk.
Experience the romantic getaway you deserve at Maui's premier bed and breakfast, the Plantation Inn. With plantation-style architecture and decor combined with modern amenities such as dual rain showers and whirlpool hot tubs, guests relax in a tranquil oasis in the heart of Maui's historic Lahaina town. The inn is situated conveniently less than 2 blocks from Lahaina Harbor, as well as the famous Front Street, known for its range of shops, restaurants, gallery walks, and museums. The Plantation Inn is home to Gerard's Restaurant, voted Open Table's top most romantic restaurants in North America. Chef Gerard's contemporary island French cuisine consistently earns some of the highest ratings in Hawaii. Come discover why Hawaii Magazine readers named the Plantation Inn #1 best bed and breakfast in Hawaii. Visit theplantationinn.com or call us at 667-9225.
Welcome back. You're listening to Rescue Radio on CRN Digital Talk. And on the phone, we have Miss Hackett. She wasn't able to make it in today because she decided to go rescue 6 pitty Mastiff puppies that are already 8 to 10 pounds. So her elbows are up to, you know, dog poop probably, and all that fun stuff. So.
Well, I mean, puppies are amazingly cute, but I don't think that anyone, even other rescues that don't deal with puppies, I don't think anyone really understands all the work that goes into taking care of puppies.
We do, and that's why we don't do. It is so time-consuming to have to handle puppies. And we had this discussion a few weeks, I don't even know how long, I mean, time flies for us. But I think it was a few months ago when we were talking about fosters for kittens and puppies. And, you know, it's always great with the first few weeks when mom is feeding them and doing all the work. And then suddenly mom doesn't do all the work and we get to do all the work. So, no, we definitely understand. And you're right. I don't think the majority of rescues or the, community understands how much work a litter of puppies is. You know, imagine, having one baby with you, but multiplying that by 6. So it's ridiculous.
Well, actually, my Pity Mom has 8. So,
Oh.
so just tack on a little bit more work there. But, I mean, Mama's amazing, but, then Mama gets tired of taking care of the pups. And
Well, when it's you, that can't be fun after a while.
Right?
And do the pups already have teeth, or are they starting to get teeth?
Oh, yeah. They've been eating that's probably why they're so fat. They've been eating for like 3 weeks.
Oh, my.
So then it's like, okay. And you have to make sure everything stays clean. I mean, that's the important thing, is everything has to be sanitized and kept clean. And it's not like you have just one puppy where you can, it's like, okay, my puppy has its shots. Now it's ready. Now I can, because obviously after the first 3 sets of shots, then the dog can, pretty much go anywhere, and you're focusing on potty training. But when you have this many, you have to make sure you keep them clean, and you have to make sure that they're all, taken care of, and there's so many different personalities in the litter, and
yep.
There's a lot of poop.
It makes us, which is really, people are probably surprised by this, but it makes us cringe when people come into our store at the Oaks Mall, our adoption center, and they have their puppy who's 3, 4, 5 weeks old, and I literally cringe, and I don't allow them to put the dog on the floor. I don't allow them to try anything on unless they're going to buy it, because they do not realize how susceptible puppies are if they haven't had all their vaccines.
And a lot of times, too, it's like, really, exactly what you said. If they don't have all 3 sets of vaccines, like, there's so much that they don't realize is out there.
Yeah. So puppies are cute, puppies are adorable, and I like them from a distance.
Well, I always say, and some people get offended by me saying this, but I mean, they're so cute for a reason. That's how they live to
why would anybody get offended by you?
I don't know, because I just say what I think, I guess. But, they're so cute. They have to be cute. That's how they live to adulthood, because they're so darn cute.
Exactly.
It's like, okay, I'm frustrated, I'm done, I'm over it. Oh, but you're so cute.
And back to that whole thing, yeah, they are cute, but that doesn't mean, especially if they're, thankfully we have rescues like you who take in kittens and puppies and bottle feed them, because they don't always make it out of the shelter just because they're cute.
Right. And that's one thing that I really think that we should emphasize out there to people, the average person that's listening out there, is that they're cute, but the shelter cannot do this work. It's too much. It's too much individual work. And there's a lot of disease in shelter. Even the cleanest of shelters has disease.
Absolutely.
So they can't do it. And a lot of times it is the most humane thing to do, even though it doesn't appear that way. When they're euthanized at, a day old, like they haven't suffered.
Well, yeah, and I'm looking at a story that we just recently posted. I think it was on the 23rd, from Nathan Winograd, who basically coined the whole no-kill movement. And it's basically a dog walking to its death. And people just don't realize that this is just the nature of the beast that we have created in the United States, and it's very sad. And there's a statistic here that it says 1.2 million dogs are euthanized. I'm actually surprised it's that low. Last time I saw any statistics, we were at like 2.7 million dogs alone. That's not including the cats, which are usually higher.
Right. They do have a much higher euthanasia.
If it's at 1.2 million, this is going to sound horrible, but that's actually lower. That's actually a good thing.
It's actually better, right?
It's actually much better. That's like half, and I don't know if that's accurate. It was a story posted on his Facebook that we shared. I hope it is, and I guess we should do our
research on that and check it out.
Because honestly, if that is the case, and I don't mean to sound horrible, but that is a great accomplishment in a matter of a few years if we're down probably almost 50%.
Well, I think there are a lot of great nonprofits out there that are starting to really focus on spay and neuter. So there's less unwanted animals being born. And then you've got rescue groups that are pulling them. There are people like you and I that this is our whole life, is pulling these guys out of the shelter and saving their lives and trying to rehome them.
You do other things, don't you? I thought you did other things besides this. This isn't your whole life.
Well, I slept once last week.
Yes.
It's like if you ask anyone in my life, this this is my entire life. This is what I leave dinners for. This is.
One of these days we're going to have a guest. We're going to have a guest caller, and it's going to be your husband, and he's just going to tell stories about you the whole hour.
Yeah, he would probably need maybe 6 years. he could sit there and explain to everyone, how many times I left dinner early or walked out of the movies or.
Oh my goodness! I have done that. When you get that phone call in the middle of the movie, and you're like, man, it's getting to the good part.
Exactly. It's like, or what happened last week is I went to the movies first time in a long time. I actually made it to the movies, and then it was so sad, or I felt so sad because I fell asleep. I fell asleep in the movie, and I've never done that before. I was so tired. I fell asleep in the movie, and I have no recollection of what happened, in the movie, but how I got home and how I got in bed. It was I was that tired. I fell asleep in the movie. Obviously we drove home. I came home. And then I woke up about 3 a.m. Oh my gosh, I gotta get everyone out to go to the bathroom, in a total panic. And I'm like, how did I end up in my bed fully clothed?
Oh my, Miss Hackett. So explain to the listeners what you're doing, because I don't think they understand. On top of, your business, Angelina Trading, on top of doing rescue, you're now helping produce the Fox Rescue show coming up for Thanksgiving.
Yes, so we're working actively, and the whole point of the show is to bring attention to rescue animals. That there's people don't realize that 25% of the animals in the shelter are purebreds. So, people are like, oh, well, I want a purebred. Well, 25% in the shelter are purebred dogs, and health-wise, when they're mixed, they tend to live longer because they don't, the congenital defects that comes from overbreeding, you don't have when you have a mixed dog.
Absolutely. You know what, Ms. Hackett, hold that thought, because, again, it's time for commercial break, and then I can actually give you a story about a purebred, because my family just adopted a purebred St. Bernard, so I can definitely attest to that. But when we get back, you're listening to Rescue Radio on CRN Digital Talk.
What are you going to do with your old car? You can try selling it, you could junk it, or you could donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. It will be towed away for free, and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a nonprofit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car, and as a special thank you for calling, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to many exciting locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now, 1-800-785-9618. Donating is easy, and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher. Call now, 1-800-785-9618. That's 1-800-785-9618.
I am a non-attorney spokesperson. Attention men who've taken Androgel or any other testosterone therapy products. Androgel or other low-T products have been linked to heart attack, stroke, pulmonary embolism, deep vein thrombosis, even death. Scientific studies indicate that the use of testosterone therapy products may double a man's risk of heart attack. If you or a loved one took Androgel or a testosterone therapy product and suffered from a heart attack, stroke, pulmonary embolism, deep vein thrombosis, or any other cardiac event, you might be entitled to financial compensation. You have rights, and you need to let us fight for your rights. And you pay no fees unless we win. So call the Tort Attorneys right now. 800-557-7921. 800-557-7921. That's 800-557-7921. Cases may be referred to participating law firms in your jurisdiction.
Do you have really pure water? Maybe not if you're drinking bottled water. Bottled water has some dirty little secrets. Plastic bottles come from oil products. The 5-gallon polycarbonate jugs contain bisphenol A, a synthetic estrogen that has raised health concerns. Bottled water dispensers quickly develop algae and bacteria and should be sanitized regularly. Have you ever cleaned your water dispenser? Are you drinking water containing algae and bacteria and synthetic estrogen? Now the good news. Pure Water Science can replace that dirty, outdated bottled water cooler with a high-tech water purification system. The Pure Water Science system features a stainless steel tank that constantly monitors water quality to guarantee your water is pure. It alerts you when service or filter changes are needed. Multi-stage purification removes organic and inorganic contaminants, and the patented self-sanitizing feature eliminates algae and bacteria while adding oxygen to your water. It costs less than bottled water without the bottled water hassle. No more bottles to lift. Just sanitize delicious water, hot or cold, from Pure Water Science. Call 818-502-4191. 818-502-4191.
Welcome back. You're listening to Rescue Radio on CRN Digital Talk. Remember, if you have any questions or comments, please call us at 818-353-1276. So before we went to commercial break, Hackett, we were talking about the Fox show you're helping produce coming up on Thanksgiving Day. And we were talking about how 25% of the current population in shelters are purebreds. So go on with that, and then I'll tell my little story about how I just recently adopted this week.
Okay. So the whole point of the show is, we will have adoptable animals that are available, and we're going to bring, a number of, there are different breeds that are available. There's also different rescue groups. I know that Paul Works is going to be part of the show, so that's pretty exciting.
We're very excited.
And so, and I think I need to get you over some paperwork, but
just a little bit. And we'll talk about what we'll be doing next week. So that when I have all the paperwork in front of me.
Right, exactly. So we're pulling some things together, but there's some amazing rescue groups out there, and so what we're trying to do is we're bringing attention to rescue groups, and there's proceeds that'll be made from the show will go to different animal rescue groups, and so it's a pretty exciting stuff. It's bringing rescue animals to the general public and showing them that there's some amazing dogs that are available for rescue, like in your local community, and all you have to do is reach out to a rescue group, and there's one everywhere. So we have, we're featuring some programs in different states, and just to kind of, the whole idea of the show is to bring attention to the rescue animals out there, and there's some amazing dogs that are available for adoption.
And let the listeners know when the show will be airing exactly.
Okay, so the show's airing on Thanksgiving Day, right after the football game on Fox.
The football game? Which football game would that be? Do you know?
Oh, that little important
I knew
one.
I had to put you on the spot.
I'm like, football, like.
That game where you throw a ball back and forth and you hit each other? Sports.
There are some people out there that pay attention to sports. But,
yeah, me neither.
But, so, it's an amazing opportunity. I'm thankful to be part of the team, part of the K9 team to put this together. And it's a completely different world, obviously. I'm in the rescue world and Hollywood and filming and taping. That's all a completely different venue for me. But working with some amazing people and everyone that's part of this project, they just care about the plight of the rescue animals and what's going on. So, it's amazing to work with so many animal lovers.
Talking about Hollywood, and you're right, it's a completely different world from us because we are constantly, the dogs give us something back, where in the world of Hollywood you have to give something back to your audience constantly. But we were fortunate enough yesterday to have Kaylee Cuoco come and actually adopt one of our animals. So it's interesting. She was completely down to earth, sweetest person I've actually met. I haven't met tons of stars.
Oh, gee, thanks. The sweetest person.
Well, being in that
world,
very down to earth, great human being, and she adopted Chester, who was actually, he came to us about 9 months ago, paralyzed, and then miraculously, he was on a few medications for pain and just to see if there was some other things going on with him, and then he miraculously walked out after about a month or two with his foster.
Wow.
So she actually ended up adopting him yesterday because he looks just like her female version, which her name is Rose. So she adopted Chester yesterday. But it was a great experience, and it's interesting because we posted it, and she actually posted it on her Instagram. And the amount of new followers we got just off of that, it was like, it's a reward for all the work you do. And people don't realize just by reposting or having a celebrity, repost something or do something nice for you, it just gives you that reward that you're like, okay, I'm doing the right thing. My work is getting out there. I'm actually able to change and help more animals, and that's the great thing about like the Fox show or having celebrities come into a store or adopt from you, and the fact that she was able to, she didn't care. She sent me a link to a story that was on on their online thing. So she wants to promote us, and that's a great feeling that she.
Well, that's amazing, and
it is.
I mean, she is a big animal advocate. I know that she was part of the show that last year, and I mean, she is an animal advocate, and I mean, I would encourage and I hope that more celebrities would get out there and say, hey, like, this is an important.
Well, because of the power that they have is amazing. I mean, just in the public. Let's talk about this when we get back. We're on Rescue Radio on CRN Digital Talk.
Experience a luxury boutique hotel escape in the heart of Laguna Beach, California, with the finest art gallery, shopping, dining, and nightlife just steps from your door. The heart of Laguna Beach, the edge of the sea. It's the Inn at Laguna Beach. Enjoy our comfortable rooms, blending the style of a timeless beach bungalow with the modern comforts of today. 70 newly appointed guest rooms and suites await you at the Inn at Laguna Beach. Then, relax at the rooftop bar, where you'll indulge in breathtaking views of the ocean. For dining, you'll find libations and local cuisine on the California coastline, including dining at the legendary Las Brisas, a Southern California landmark. The Inn at Laguna Beach, footsteps from room to village to sea, located in the heart of Laguna Beach. The Inn is within walking distance of all that Laguna Beach has to offer. No car required. The Inn at Laguna Beach, 211 North Coast Highway in Laguna Beach, California. Call 800-544-4479 or visit innatlagunabeach.com.
Hi, I'm Joan London, and if you're worried about your parent or a loved one living alone like I was, and you want reliable senior care information, then call A Place for Mom, the nation's largest senior living referral service. You'll get free information on assisted living, Alzheimer's care, nursing homes, even important financial information.
They had obviously researched every place, not just given me names. Mm-hmm. They found me a place for what she could afford, and it was magnificent.
We're now very confident that she's safe, and they just helped every step of the way, and I can't thank them enough.
So if you're struggling to find reliable senior living information, call A Place for Mom. This is a free service, and you can trust them to help you.
If you're struggling to find reliable senior living information for your mom or dad, then call or go online to get the free help you need during this turbulent time. Call now, 800-471-5173, 800-471-5173.
Come to Angelo's and Vinci's Restaurante in Fullerton, California for our sizzling party savings. Book your wedding event or reception, your birthday bash, or a special event of any kind and celebrate at Angelo's and Vinci's. Come to Angelo's and Vinci's and celebrate in one of our many festive banquet rooms. It's an incredible fun event you'll never forget. Food, music, and lots of fun. Call for the details, and don't forget our daily lunch and dinners, plus our Sunday champagne brunch. Just $14.95. Minestrone soup, sausage and peppers, pastas, chicken dishes, salads, scones, and muffins. plus so much more. A chocolate fondue fountain, Zeppelis, cannolis, fresh fruit, champagne, and Junior will be waiting to make the omelet of your choice from our omelet bar. Angelo's and Vince's has been voted on the Orange County Hot List as one of the top 5 Italian restaurants for the past 6 years. And don't forget our award-winning pizzas. Thin or thick, they're yummy. It's all at Angelo's and Vince's Restaurante at 550 North Harbor Boulevard in Fullerton, California. Call 714-879-4022. 714-879-4022. Are you looking to increase the number of calls you receive at your business? Well, CRN Talk is introducing a new way for customers to reach you without having to remember your phone number or your website address. Customers simply dial pound 250 from their mobile phones and say your business name. That's it. They'll be directed immediately to your phone line and receive a text message with a link to your website and phone number. It's that easy. It works so well that we're using it in this commercial. To sign up, dial pound 250 and say, "Get my keyword." That's pound 250 and say, "Get my keyword."
Trying to sell your old car? Instead, donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind. Pickup is free and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats, whether they run or not. Call right now and receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to over 50 locations. Call 1-800-785-9618. Donate your car today. That's 1-800-785-9618.
Welcome back. You're listening to Rescue Radio on CRN Digital Talk. You still there, Miss Hackett?
Still here.
I didn't lose you yet. Okay, good.
Right?
So before we left a commercial break, we were talking about how we had Kaylee Cuoco come in and adopt from us yesterday, and just how celebrities really can help change the face of a rescue or get the word out there about adopting and not shopping. And it's always great when you see these individuals. I mean, she is the highest paid television actress right now, who still want to give back to their community.
Well, I mean, I think that's the show on Fox. I mean, we have a number of celebrities that are coming on the show, and they'll be introducing different rescue dogs, and they bring attention to those dogs. And so it's like every bit of attention that we bring to rescue animals and rescue groups and what happens and with these animals, and that there's some amazing animals being rescued right now that are looking for their forever homes. And the fact that she's doing this with ProWorks, I think, is amazing.
Yeah, no, you know, we were super excited, and we're excited because she's going to be actually helping us with a few projects. So it's a nice feeling to see all of our work, like with you and the Fox show, and us as well. It's just a great feeling when you see all that pain, and it's basically it's the pain and suffering. I mean, yesterday I was having a conversation with her, and I said, you know, I see the best and the worst in humanity. And it's so true, because the people I deal with sometimes I want to wring their necks because of how they treat animals. But then I see the amazing part of people when they adopt and they don't shop and they support us and they're there for our events. You know, we had our Halloween party that you came to last week. Just to have everybody there and the support, and you know the feeling as well. When you get that support, it means the world to you, because it reminds you that everything we're doing isn't for nothing, and we are truly trying to change things, and we're trying to be selfless. And of course, you know, anybody in rescue, I don't care what you say, we get something back from the animals. There's an unconditional love. We all have, whether you want to believe it or not, in our psyche, we all have an ego, and it is refreshing when you just have that little, you know, cat or dog lay on your shoulder because they're so weak or they're so exhausted or they're so whatever. It is an amazing feeling. And there is that true statement, you know, who rescued who at the end of the day. So it's just nice to be recognized once in a while. And you and I both, I don't need a huge pat on my back. I don't need, you know, a parade for Chad, or, you know, and you don't need a parade for Hackett. You know, we don't need these, but it is nice once in a while.
Out there. I thought I saw banners for that, but
hey, you know what? I'll take it for a moment, but
but you're absolutely right. I mean, that's the thing. And you know what? The other part of this to understand is when someone does recognize that and how much it means, because very often as rescuers, I mean, we suffer from just compassion fatigue.
Yes.
Like, we love these animals and we care for them, and there's so much of our life goes into taking care of them and saving them, and then you run across the dark side, whether it's dark side of humanity or dark side of rescue, and
let's not get on that subject again.
Right? Well, I mean, they strike occasionally, but when that happens, I mean, emotionally, it's really it's compassion fatigue. It's like how much I don't have anything more to give, and so when someone like her comes out and says, "Hey, I want to adopt a rescue animal, and I want to promote rescuing animals," then it kind of gives you that extra oomph that you need just to continue doing what you do every day.
Absolutely. I mean, I couldn't agree with you more because it does. It's brought a new liveliness to us. I mean, people were excited yesterday. You know, people who hadn't ever heard about PawWorks were talking about it. So it does. It gives you that a revitalization, and you're like, okay, I can do this. I can do this. And you know, until the next thing when you're you know, compassion lagged, like you said, and then you're like, okay, I need a little boost here. Because our families, they give us as much as they can, but you know they're a little lagged too because they're involved in this constantly with us.
Well, I think the thing that you know, I have to say thank you to everyone out there that's the spouse or family of anyone who's a rescuer, because it must be extremely difficult for them to understand, because they may not have the strong drive, you know, that we have to rescue these animals. And so you're contending with the fact that, I mean, they can understand what we're doing, and they, you know, it's like, okay, they understand that we're about it, but they may not share that same passion.
Absolutely.
And yet they
support us. Yes, they do.
Yeah, they go. So, I mean, that's an amazing thing that they're able to do that and deal with us on that level, because it's really it's a lot for them too.
I agree. I'm surprised that more of us aren't divorced or single.
Right? So, because we all get that way eventually. But I mean, it's amazing people that support us. Definitely, that they're able to. Because it's hard for our loved ones if we're emotionally exhausted and we don't feel like we can do it anymore, because it does happen. It happens to every rescuer out there, no matter how amazing your organization is, no matter how much support you have and how much background you have and how long you do this, there comes a point where you just feel like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? I'm fighting a never-ending battle and I can't go forward anymore. So, I mean, and then something amazing happens, or you know, a little cat pulls through and comes over and licks your face and cuddles up to you, and you're like, wait a second, that's why I do this. But to get that extra to get someone paying attention to you in that manner, I mean, it really makes all the difference.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree with you more. And we're going to have to go to commercial break in about 30 seconds. But I touched upon that my family actually adopted a St. Bernard from the Ventura County Animal Services this past week. And he was actually, you know, because they are considered no-kill by the statistics, he was one of those that was going to possibly be on the red tag list because he did have a bite record. But I'll tell you more about that when we get back. Let's go to commercial break. You're listening to Rescue Radio on CRN Digital Talk.
You experiencing pain, back pain, shoulder, elbow, or hand pain, pain from a sports injury? If so, schedule a visit with Dr. Michael Sheps, the leading expert in laser therapy for pain management. Call 310-873-4422 or go to drsheps.com. Experience Epic T, the breakthrough laser therapy system that Dr. Sheps developed to make you pain-free in less time. Laser therapy is a non-invasive, safe, and effective in-office procedure that penetrates deep into your skin without damaging the tissue. It perfectly targets areas of pain to promote fast, natural healing. Relax your muscles, ease muscle spasms, joint stiffness, and arthritis pain while increasing blood circulation. For over 25 years, Dr. Sheps has helped Olympic athletes and sports enthusiasts alike get back in the game. Schedule your visit with Dr. Sheps at his Brentwood office in California. Call 310-873-4422 or visit drsheps.com. That's DRSHEPS.com, 310-873-4422.
Are you nearing eligibility for Medicare benefits? Then you know now is an important time in your life. Medicare benefits can be a complicated puzzle. You don't want to overpay for your Medicare coverage or get the wrong plan. Let Health Markets Insurance Agency help you. With one free phone call, a licensed insurance agent will help you select a Medicare plan that's right for you and your budget. If you're becoming eligible for Medicare, call today and learn how to get the most out of your benefits.
800-793-1960. 800-793-1960.
Health Markets Insurance Agency is the DBA or assumed name of InSphere Insurance Solutions, Inc., which is an authorized insurance agency in all 50 states and the District of Columbia. Not all agents are licensed to sell all products. Service and product availability varies by state.
Call 800-793-1960. 800-793-1960. 800-793-1960. 800-793-1960.
Welcome back. You're listening to Rescue Radio on CRN Digital Talk. So before
family adopted a Saint Bernard.
We did. So being in rescue, we get a lot of emails from the shelter. A lot of them are I know LA sends out, I think it's daily, a red tag or a blue tag list. So since Ventura County became no-kill, I think we're at about 22 months now. They were all no-kill for 2014. What they do now is they just, once in a while, when there are dogs that are red-tagged for major behavioral or major medical, they'll send out a email to all rescues. So last week we received an email about Oso, who was a 2-year-old Saint Bernard with a bite record. The story was that also there was a child rubbing his belly and also turned around and bit the child in the face.
Oh, a bite in the face. That's definitely good.
A bite in the face, yes. So
even if it wasn't the dog's fault, most dogs don't make it out of the shelter.
Yes, and so he was on the red list to be euthanized. So.
And so people understand, even in no-kill shelters, they have a red list for behavior.
Well, they have a duty to the public. If a dog is truly a harm, or unsafe for the public, that they do the right thing.
So, yes, and also the same thing with medical. If it's an extreme medical. So even a no-kill shelter, which is an amazing thing for Ventura, even a no-kill shelter, it doesn't mean that no one ever gets euthanized, that dogs can still be euthanized for extreme behavior or extreme medical. And so being red listed, it's usually, you go straight to the red list in every shelter if there's a bite to a child and face.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I think the only saving grace for also was that in the notes, after they brought him back, because they immediately brought him back to the shelter because that's where they adopted him from, there was a notice on because he had just been neutered like a week before they had brought him home, they had noticed that the incision was very inflamed and actually infected. So after you piece it all together, a child petting the dog in the stomach near that area, he was hurting, he was sore, and it made a lot more sense.
Okay.
So that is one reason that they held on to him for so long, and they didn't actually red tag him and euthanize him. in addition, he's actually a very sweet boy, but he's a 2-year-old, probably 100-plus pound Saint Bernard with no manners. So no one ever taught this boy his manners. No one ever trained him. No one ever gave him the time of day. They probably put him in the backyard, and he's rough and tumble. He's mouthy, but he doesn't bite, but he's mouthy.
That's a puppy-like behavior also, that if you're not trained and if you're not handled correctly as a puppy, it's very common that they're mouthy, like they're
absolutely.
not trying to play, but they use their mouth as one of their senses.
Yes. So he's mouthy, and we've had to use some tools because we have 6 other dogs. So we've had to work with him. Sweetest boy. He's been on his belly. We've all rubbed it. Even my 7-year-old son. There's no biting. He gets territorial with his food. So what do? We feed him alone, and we don't put any food out there with any of the other dogs. But overall, it's the funniest thing watching the small dogs with this 100-plus pound Saint Bernard. They bark at him, they nip at him, they go crazy because little dogs are punks. And my little dogs have to put the big dog in his place, and he just pushes it around, and then how he bows down and he barks in their face just to get them to play more. He's actually the sweetest dog. We have had a few incidences which, because he has no manners, he doesn't understand, and he's a big boy. We actually had a little incident today where he got one of my little dogs and we had to go get some stitches, but it wasn't based on aggression. What it was he was barking at a cat. My little girl was barking at a cat, that female dog, and he got really excited and he turned around to tell her to be quiet, and he got her. And because he's a big, and see, I know this and I understand this, so we took her to the vet. We got a couple stitches. All's good. He didn't do anything wrong. He just hasn't been taught. But anybody else would have taken this dog right away, euthanized him. I've even had trainers say, you can't, not with this dog, but in other cases where they tell us, euthanize the animal. They should have never, I've had people say, this dog should have never been adopted out. What do you mean? I mean, you have to give a dog time to acclimate. You have to train them. You have to work with them. They're like children. I mean, if you don't train them.
That's the thing. I mean, people think puppies are so cute. First of all, did I mention at the top of the show that puppies are a lot of work? But they are amazingly cute. But they have that cuteness factor, but they take work. When you adopt a puppy, you are now responsible for the future of that animal. And so it's like you can't just put them in the backyard and think they're suddenly going to have all these socialization skills and be wonderful and potty trained and all these things. Like, it's a lot of work.
Absolutely.
And when you adopt a puppy, you agree to that responsibility.
Yes.
And so I'm sure our Saint Bernard puppies are amazingly cute. So whoever had him initially as a puppy was probably like, oh, look how cute he is. He's amazingly cute, but then they do get bigger.
Hackett, hold that thought. We'll finish up when we get back from commercial break. You're listening to Rescue Radio on CRN Digital Talk.
Experience a luxury boutique hotel escape in the heart of Laguna Beach, California, with the finest art galleries, shopping, dining, and nightlife just steps from your door. The heart of Laguna Beach, the edge of the sea. It's the Inn at Laguna Beach. Enjoy our comfortable rooms, blending the style of a timeless beach bungalow with the modern comforts of today. 70 newly appointed guest rooms and suites await you at the Inn at Laguna Beach. Then, relax at the rooftop bar, where you'll indulge in breathtaking views of the ocean. For dining, you'll find libations and local cuisine on the California coastline, including dining at the legendary Las Brisas, a Southern California landmark. The Inn at Laguna Beach, footsteps from room to village to sea, located in the heart of Laguna Beach. The Inn is within walking distance of all that Laguna Beach has to offer. No car required. The Inn at Laguna Beach, 211 North Coast Highway in Laguna Beach, California. Call 800-544-4479 or visit inatlagunabeach.com.
Whether you're restoring a classic car, building a hot rod, or just bringing your daily driver back to like-new condition, Steel Rubber Products is your choice for quality automotive rubber parts and weather stripping. As one of the world's award-winning custom car and hot rod builders, Bodie Stroud prefers to work directly with Steel Rubber Products on his award-winning project cars and show vehicles. In addition, Steel Rubber works with top builders like Bodie to confirm the fit and function of its parts, as well as develop new products. So for rubber products that fit like the original, last a lifetime, and look like they should, you can't get a better product anywhere. If your dream ride sounds like this, contact Steel Rubber Products and enjoy a ride that sounds like this. Steel Rubber Products, a difference you can hear and quality you can see. Visit us on the web at www.steelrubber.com. And remember, if you want the best, you want Steel Rubber Products.
Call Steel Rubber Products at 877-269-2276. Come to Angelo's and Vinci's Restaurante in Fullerton, California for our sizzling party savings. Book your wedding event or reception, your birthday bash, or a special event of any kind and celebrate at Angelo's and Vinci's. Come to Angelo's and Vinci's and celebrate in one of our many festive banquet rooms. It's an incredible fun event you'll never forget. Food, music, and lots of fun. Call for the details, and don't forget our daily lunch and dinners, plus our Sunday champagne brunch. Just $14.95. Minestrone soup, sausage and peppers, pastas, chicken dishes, salads, scones, and muffins. Plus so much more, a chocolate fondue fountain, Zeppelis, cannolis, fresh fruit, champagne, and Junior will be waiting to make the omelet of your choice from our omelet bar. Angelo's and Vinci's has been voted on the Orange County Hot List as one of the top 5 Italian restaurants for the past 6 years. And don't forget our award-winning pizzas. Thin or thick, they're yummy. It's all at Angelo's and Vinci's Restaurante at 550 North Harbor Boulevard in Fullerton, California. Call 714-879-4022, 714-879-4022.
Welcome back to Rescue Radio on CRN Digital Talk. So before we went to commercial break, you were talking about having a puppy, and I was talking about my new St. Bernard. And I just want to touch on that a little bit more. This is our last segment, so we're going to have to wrap it all up. It went by really fast. But basically, also, his name is now Run Run. My son decided to name him Run Run. I don't know why. I don't know where that comes from. But it made my son happy, and the Run Run loves my son, so it all works out. But basically, imagine Run Run. He's a 2-year-old puppy. He's never been taught the manners. He's basically a 6-month-old puppy mentality, because that's just how he acts. He's playful, he bounces, he wants to, put his big paws on your shoulders, just because no one ever taught him that that's not okay. He scratches at our doors because he wants inside when we're not ready to let him inside. He's having to learn his manners, and he's having to learn his place in our pack.
Right.
So,
and it is important to them. They're pack animals. It's important for them to be part of a pack. And there's work. It's not just you get a cute puppy and you make sure he has food. It's more than that. When you're adopting a puppy, and you're bringing a puppy into your home, like you're making a commitment to that dog. And you can't just decide. It's not right. If you just decide, a year from now, the puppy cuteness isn't there anymore. Now it's a big animal, and now I'm going to take it to the shelter.
Well, the thing that people need to realize nowadays, and it's actually, we've had to put it into our contract for adopting, is that these are lifelong commitments. And now that with all the technology and the supplements we give our dogs and the type of food we give that are grain-free, everything, animals are living longer. So you're no longer making, especially with purebreds, you're no longer making just a 7, 8, 9, 10-year commitment. You're making a 15-plus year commitment. And if people can't do that, then you honestly should not adopt. Maybe foster for somebody.
Or adopt a dog that's already 9.
Very true, very true. And we all know there's many of those in the shelter. But that it's having to educate and change the mentality that people have about purebreds. These are not accessories. I'm glad in the era of, we're no longer in the era of Paris Hilton where, you have the 1 pound Chihuahua that's an accessory that we still have those people out there, but there's a lot of education going on, and people are really learning that these are living, breathing animals, and they deserve only the best, and they deserve to be treated like family.
Well, and they're part of the family, and so bring them in as that. I mean, you wouldn't just abandon your kids.
Well, some people would.
Well, yeah, but those people shouldn't have pets either.
Yeah, that is true.
Yes, well, it was great talking with you. I can't wait to meet Run. And
oh yeah, he'll greet you very well. You'll enjoy it. He'll be as tall as you.
So if you want to see more of what I'm doing is at Animal Foundation of America, you can like us on Facebook. And Paul Works, I know you guys had a lot of exciting stuff going on. You can like Paul Works on Facebook as well. And, of course, there's Rescue Radio. So.
Absolutely. And, if you have any questions, you can always feel free to give us a call. It's 818-353-1276. Call us next week. Give us a subject to go on. Talk to us on Facebook. We love the interaction. Christina and I can talk all day, and we don't have a problem with that. But we love the interaction with the public and getting to know and understand what people are thinking so that we're not out of the loop. We're so hands-on with our rescues that it's always good to get information from the public. So follow us on Facebook, Rescue Radio. Follow Animal Foundation of America, also Paul Works. And have a great week. You're listening to Rescue Radio on CRN Digital Talk.
Which is most appropriate because that was your theme.
Are you tired of hearing your favorite talk radio show sound like this? What if you could hear your favorite shows in crystal clear, high-definition digital sound? Well, with CRN Digital Talk Radio's 6 channels of high-definition radio, you can now hear all of your favorite hosts like you've never heard them before in CRN HD. The difference is amazing. Catch your favorite political hosts like Dennis Prager, Tom Hartman, Barry Farber, and so many more. Entertainment and lifestyle programming like The Robert Conrad Show, The What's Cooking Show, and The What's Cooking on Wine Show, all in true CRN HD audio. Sports, business, travel,